Here's my testimony of relational healing. And I want to start with Proverbs 16:24. Gracious words are a honeycomb, sweet to the soul and healing to the bones. The testimony I now share is one where I've experienced some healing, which is ongoing. Yet any thought of healing leaves me with many questions. For example, why does some people get healed of their illnesses, wounds, breaks, and others not? And why does God allow the suffering of illnesses, wounds, and breaks in the first place? That we need to ask for healing. I do know that in many cases our wounds, breaks, and illnesses, be they in body, mind, spirit, or heart, are either self-imposed or inflicted upon us by others. The testimony I'm about to share is about the breaking and healing of a relationship, the one between me and my oldest daughter. In a nutshell, over years of poor parenting, I inflicted wounds on a dear little girl's heart, wounds and hurts so grievous that she had to withdraw fully from any relationship with me. This also broke my wife's heart and affected our relationship. For too long I'd been blind to how I'd projected my expectations on my daughter and how I had caused so much internal and emotional and other damage, wounds which are still evident today. And this fills me with a huge sense of guilt and feelings of unworthiness of her as her father. One Sunday, after she walked out of my life, I confessed my situation and sin to the church fellowship. And I shared a picture, which I believe God had given me, this of a beautiful vase on a stand and on display. I then, not deliberately, but carelessly knocked it off the stand, where it smashed into thousands of pieces. And this truly reflected how I had destroyed our relationship and how hopeless I felt about the restoration of it. I asked the fellowship to pray for both of us. That day, a friend shared with me the practice of Kintsugi, the Japanese art of restoring broken pottery. The repair is painstaking, time-consuming, and precise. However, the finished piece, while not denying that a break has taken place and occurred, but it's restored differently, with a different beauty, often much higher worth than its original value. Gold, time and care, skill, patience and strength are all part of its restoration. This image is one I held on to for more than 2 years, as she necessarily shunned any contact with me, years in which I held back in order to give her time and space, years in which I had over 20 counselling sessions to help me better understand what was at the root of my perfectionism and why I set so many unrealistic expectations on myself and my loved ones. And with that understanding, I had a chance to deal with my perfectionist mindset and better manage the unhealthy behaviours linked to this, what I call condition. And behaviours I still need to be mindful of and control before they erupt into either withdrawal or anger. And she has had counselling too, but this to help her deal with the emotional hurt that I caused her. Just over 2 years later, she reached out to me for the start of a cautious reconciliation process. Mine and many other prayers, along with the fruit of my counselling, seem to be bringing our healing closer. But she still has to learn to trust me again. I cannot take that for granted. Recently, she bought me a Kintsugi kit, a poignant reminder of what was, what happened, and what can be in our relationship. I still have many questions about the mystery of God's hand in the healing process, but I hope my story gives you hope. Hope that if you have a broken relationship with someone, that through prayer and the thought and the image of Kintsugi, that you too could be restored once again, then I feel that my testimony has had some value and some power. Thank you.